Both of these PCs shares the similar hardware. They both have the 4090 and the latest Intel i9, 13900K and 14900K, both running with 32GB of RAM. However, when they both match up against each other in the exact same scene in Star Citizen, one is getting 100 FPS and one is getting over 200 FPS. This is the problem everybody has who say Star Citizen is unoptimized. We're gonna compare and contrast the largest Star Citizen YouTuber, Olli43, who has over 1 million subscribers, personal computer that he received from Novatech, who sponsored his video. Starting off, we're gonna compare side by side with exact same settings that he's running, which is everything at high at 1440p, and we'll be recording in the background as well. The only differentiator is that one is stock and one is tuned.
Right, so I actually have lower FPS here.
In this clip, we're trying to match Olli43's scene as good as we can. We can already see a massive difference.
Oh wow, that's kind of bleak actually.
Pause. No wonder people say Star Citizen is unoptimized. Looking at the results we just saw, Olli43 has a 55 to 65 performance difference comparing those two scenes where the chip is both on and off. And in here lies the problem for the average gamer who always complains about performance. If you're buying a PC from a system builder, chances are they're pairing it with terrible matched components. In this case, Novatech has matched this high-end system with the worst possible RAM configuration, which bottlenecks the whole PC. I don't know if they're doing this because they're incompetent or anti-consumer.
That's weird. So I turned off the engine. I don't know if you saw that. I went from, I've got 160 FPS right now. Look at this. When I turn the engine on, it goes down to about 110. I don't know why. I guess all the displays and all that stuff. Like there's some computation needed to do that?
Pause. Olli is right. What's going on here is that the GPU is still being bottlenecked by the CPU. As you can see, there's still a lot of GPU headroom when the ship is on, which indicates that the ship is simulating a lot of the thrusters activity and other simulations in the background, which calls for a lot of CPU cycles. As you may know, Star Citizen tries to simulate as much as it can in the background, and the ship logic is part of it.
But yeah, if I turn off the engine, we're getting about 170 FPS in Star Citizen with this setup, whilst doing some recording type stuff. So that's pretty good. Okay, the A90 jumps like 20 kilometers away. Okay, it's probably out of detail there. Just look into space here. Yeah. Solid performance.
So boys, let me know if this is solid performance for a PC that costs £3,200 with a 4090. Keep in mind, this is the best performance he will see throughout his testing.
Oh, I can't heal myself. Alright, anyway. So yeah, I will, now that we've done that, ouch, my forehead. We shall, can we please, oh, that's the ground. Nice. I'm going to go and find some more painful places in the verse. So yeah, this is best case scenario, about 160 FPS. Get up here. We got the like cauldron things down here. 60 FPS right now. Okay. It's not bad, honestly. It's way better than I expected. They got all these volumetric clouds, which look absolutely phenomenal, by the way. Okay, we're getting into atmosphere here. The frame rate is dropping a little bit. 39 FPS right now. So we're going to have a little look around. I might see if I can park up on a building or something. That actually might be quite good comparison. Oh, this thing does not fly well in atmosphere at all. Forgot about that. Let's see if we can park up somewhere. So, alright, so I'm going to ask chat. Chat, what do you think about this? 40 FPS? Any good?
Guys, what do you think? Is it any good? Running the numbers, it could have been 62% faster.
So we're getting the whole city, all these clouds. Like, it's so detailed, it's kind of nuts. Right, there's a little landing pad here. Here we go. I can see the whole city now. Oh, forgot how cool this place is. So this is absolutely... Bearing in mind, I'm doing other stuff with my PC as well. I'm kind of... oh my word, this game. You forget. Like, playing it, you kind of forget, right? So landed, I'm getting about 60 FPS. Which, in my eyes, is pretty good. I know people will say 60 FPS is not good enough.
Even though he has an average of 60 FPS, his 1% low is probably in the low 30s. In the interest of his viewers, I really hope that nobody bought the Novitec PC that he was advertising, as the 1% low is probably garbage and he could have had 50% more performance.
But I'm playing at 1440p, high settings, and I'm also like, I'm not recording, but, well, I am technically recording, but I'm not doing only the game. Like, my PC is doing other stuff, so it's not the only thing my PC's having to do. And to get like 55, just under 60 FPS, it's not bad. It looks phenomenal. That looks so cool. Look at that. Oh, that's a screenshot right there. Looks good. Yeah, so Lorville, probably one of, if not the most taxing thing in Star Citizen. We've still got some things to try that might push it more. 70 FPS right now. And it looks crispy. What else do you want? Cool. Why don't I set my base up here? That would be pretty sweet, wouldn't it? Is there a base there as well? Did not know that. There's a little... Someone beat me to it, guys. Someone actually did a little... Wow, I didn't know this was a thing. Look at this. There's a little, like, farm. That is adorable. We can come back to that. Let's head over here to what I presume is the most painful frame rate suction thing. Really bad with words, guys.
Luckily, my math isn't bad. We're looking at 80% performance difference here. I am just wondering and very curious now, what are you guys getting for performance who have similar systems as Olli? It all just can't be this bad. Let me know in the comments below what kind of memory setup you have with a similar i9.
This oil rig, which looks absolutely... There we go, the flames coming in. That is actually really super cool. Holy... It looks like an actual settlement. It doesn't look like I'm going to get shot here, which is cool. I hope, he says. Wow, that actually looks amazing. So we're going to land. Nice smooth landing. And we're about 70 FPS. Wow. That's pretty neat. I'm going to walk in with a pistol. I don't know, like I say, I'm not sure if this is hostile or not. But yeah, we're rocking, oh no, 60 FPS. You know what? For a, like, structure like this, that doesn't seem too bad. Is this hostile? I believe so. The AI are not reacting, and I've run out of ammo. Hang on, let me just select something with a few more bullets in it. Hello. Okay. Well, my FPS is good. The server FPS, on the other hand, is apparently not as good. Just want to give you some FPS numbers. So we are in the Orison spaceport here. This is where you claim your ship. We're getting about 65 FPS, which is pretty solid. It did go up to like 70 FPS not too long ago. But yeah, like a solid 60. Which is good. Seems pretty nice. Obviously, I could probably put down some settings or play at a lower resolution.
Whoa, hold up, Olli. You mentioned that you can lower the resolution or settings to get better performance with your 4090 at 1440p. That is completely false. We are 40% away from being GPU bound. Lowering the resolution will do nothing. Also, take a look at the 1% low. It is 15% faster than Olli's average.
But certainly for a game like this, 60 FPS is more than enough. Yeah, there you go, 70 FPS. So, yeah, totally fine. Pretty solid. Especially for Orison, which is notoriously quite demanding. I think 60 FPS, 70 FPS is pretty good. So we're looking here on Arc Corp. Final destination for the day. At this point, look at these volumetric clouds, by the way. They look absolutely stunning. We're looking about 80 FPS, which is cool. I wonder, actually, do you reckon, let me know in chat, if you reckon they'll add in a rework of Arc Corp at any point? Because I think it was one of the earlier places they made. Obviously, the entire planet is a city, and it's very clever how that works. But yeah, it'd be interesting to know if they actually did a remake or remodel of the space station. I don't know. But yeah, we're looking about 80 FPS here.
Giving Olli the benefit of the doubt, even though his PC barely hits 80 FPS, we're looking at a 55% better performance uplift by having a tuned system.
What I intend to do, if I can, if it'll let me, is I need to be careful I don't get sent away because I'm too close to the buildings, which is fair enough. I'd like to land on, here it is, the tallest tower, and just get out and have a little look around, because now we're getting about 60 FPS, so we're starting to draw in the actual space station. I'm sure if I fell down, there's players down there, I'd fall on them, which would be quite funny, but that's not what we're doing. We're here to land our ship nicely. Mate. Beautiful landing, I have to say. Well, let's have a little look at the FPS here, just standing around in Arc Corp, and then we'll actually go down to the city. Oof. And have a look at what we're dealing with. Yeah, so we're getting about 90 FPS. Wow. I mean, we can't see a lot because it's freaking clouds. But, yeah, 90 FPS on Arc Corp. Not bad. No, I'm not going to jump. Cool. Yeah, 90 FPS. So, what I'll do is I'll go and land. And we'll see what the FPS is like walking around the actual city. Because it'll probably be a lot less. Okay, so in the hangar here, we're probably getting around 90 FPS. Really nice and smooth. Yeah. Nothing to say here, really. Pretty normal. 90 FPS. Hangar frame rate. Okay, so we're at Area 18, the city center. Big giant holograms. Cityscape. It's a cool place, I'm not gonna lie. We're getting 60 FPS. Which, like I said, we are running some other things in the background. I'm obviously recording to get the numbers and the footage and stuff. Well, we're kind of we are recording. We're not, yeah, it's not quite as demanding as streaming and recording, but we are recording. And, yeah, in the city center, we're getting 60 FPS, I'd say, on average. There was the tower we were stood on just a minute ago. Yeah, it's pretty good. 60 FPS, I'm pretty happy. That's the performance of the PC. It's pretty good. I'm really happy with it. Being able to, you know, do recording, streaming, and play games at such a high frame rate is obviously really important. So I'll leave a link to the PC if you want to go and check it out, or find your configuration that suits your budget down below. But yeah, again, huge shout out to Novatech Rain Gaming for, you know, sponsoring the channel and believing in the content. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.
Now, let's take a look at what Olli can do and Novatech and yourself can do if you want to build a high-end PC with a 4090. Alright, so first off, to save Olli's PC, all he needs to do is breathe and relax and swap out that garbage 5600 MHz with a Hynix A-Die memory kit at 7200 MHz CL34. This kind of memory kit can be found for £130 from Team Group. Links are in the description below. However, it may or may not solve Olli's problem, because if you take a look at the Novatech system specs, you can see it uses the MSI Mag B760, which may or may not guarantee the XMP speeds. So to be on the safe side, I would have him to consider upgrading the motherboard to the Asus ROG Strix Z790. And here is what I would call the fixed Intel build, which Novatech should have sold to its customers. Now, if you only use Amazon web links for price reference, this will only cost £3,060, which is £340 cheaper, and is probably 30% faster out of the box with XMP enabled. Now, if you want to keep the spirit of the Novatech, but want to copy my build with the Apex and try to reach to over 8000 MHz and tune memory, this is the recommended system specs for you. As you can see, it only costs £80 more than Novatech's pre-built system. And this is why I say the only thing unoptimized is your PC. If you want to support my channel and enable me to do more, I've created a page where you can support me directly and get access to my private Discord, where I will be able to share my custom BIOS profiles with tune settings, which you can try to plug and play. And to my loyal supporters, I'll be able to share tips and tricks and secrets on optimizing your PC and more.